Part 2 starts now of the Jiggy Jaguar experience. Log on now at JiggyJaguar.com.
Jiggy Jaguar.
Or watch live video on Twitch TV. Or watch live video on Twitch.tv. Jiggy Jaguar and Jaybird are as live can get now.
Whatever happened? She went into the forest and we haven't seen her since. Haven't seen her since. Welcome to it. It is hour number 2 of the world famous Jiggy Jaguar experience each and every day over there at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I believe we are going to be joined by our next guest here on our big broadcast. And the Yets are with us. How are you guys?
Hey, how are you?
James, how are you, man?
Pretty good, actually. So, you guys are fantastic. I am so happy that we were able to get you on the program today. Tell us a little bit about the band and how you guys got started as a group and everything else.
Man, well, thank you for the kind words, and we've been looking forward to this, and thank you for having us. We got started, man, that's a long story. If you want to go back to the origins of us with bands, back in the 80s, University of South Carolina in Columbia, South Carolina, Robin was in a band, BOA, Bachelors of Art, and I was in a band, Gross Negligence, playing in the same university, same town, same club, same all over the place, never met each other. I knew her band, she knew my band, never met each other. To make matters even better than that, we went to school in the same building. I was on one floor, she was on another floor.
I was in the basement.
And never did we meet. Fast forward years and years later, here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where we live, after Robin has had a fantastic music career, my career path took me in a different direction. I've been a musician all along, though, and we were introduced to each other by mutual friends who went to Carolina with us and said, hey, you guys were playing in bands at Carolina at the same time. You got to know each other. We looked at each other and said,
Nope.
No. And as they say, the rest is history.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so we both, we started talking and weren't doing anything musically, regularly at the time. And so we ended up dating each other and getting married. And then after all that, we had been talking for a long time about, we should really do something, we really should do it. And then we finally did it. And this is what transpired, our music. It's unlike any of the music either one of us had done before. I was in like a alt rock band in Atlanta called Skirt. It was all girls except for the drummer. And Craig was always in like metal bands. And so we just started recording and seeing what happened, and the songs that have come out of it have been we've just had the best time.
We have got the Yets joining us today here on our big broadcast. They are, of course, a fantastic group. We have got our next guest coming up here in just a few moments, but the Yets with us right now. So tell us a little bit about how we get a hold of you guys online, social media, websites, all these things.
Well, you could hit us at our website, theyets.com. We're on Twitter at the Yets. We're on Facebook at the Yets. We're on Bandcamp, theyets1.bandcamp.com, and that's pretty much it. Well, and we've got our YouTube channel with our videos up there. We've got 4 videos up there from our EP so far, and so that's pretty much where we're at.
New release coming up. Not too long from now, we hope, a full length.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. The Yets join us here on our big program. So tell me a little bit about your musical heroes and influences.
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. I mean, I'm influenced by a lot of 80s music. Susie and the Banshees. I was just thinking about her because I saw that she's touring again, which is just great. I like Metallica. I like all different, genres of music. Cocteau Twins are one of my very favorites. I could go on and on. Our music, it's been compared to a lot of different things, but it's hard when someone's saying, you guys sound like this, it's hard for us to hear it. I mean, we do hear different influences in our music, but there's nothing in particular that we're trying to sound like. So, and Craig's into a bunch of different stuff as well.
That's an interesting question. I answer it like this. I'm first and foremost a guitarist, and so two big influences for me: Jimmy Page and Keith Richards. They're the reasons I play guitar today, and it kind of took off from there and then eventually. I stayed pretty much. I grew up overseas in Europe, and I stayed pretty much in the British realm of guitar for a long time, and went from there into David Gilmour. You probably hear some Gilmour and some Floyd stuff, wafting through some of our music.
Fantastic. The Yets with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. So, do you have any websites or links or anything that we can put out there so people can find you guys? I don't know if the Yets are still with us or if we lost them. Well, we have got, it is the Sunday radio broadcast, coast to coast and border to border. The Yets are back with us here on our big program. So, websites, links, music, how do we find you guys? We want to send people your way.
Okay, we're on Bandcamp, theyets1.bandcamp.com.
Okay.
Our website, theyets.com.
Facebook, The Yets.
Facebook, The Yets. We're on Twitter, @The Yets. On Instagram, we're everywhere you can be. And check out our YouTube channel. Check our videos out on there. Got videos for 4 singles up on there.
Fantastic. The Yets with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. So what is the latest album and why should people go pick it up?
Well, the latest album is our first release, and it's self-entitled The Yets. And 6 very different yet familiarly kind of the same songs, all in the vein of life, where life has taken us, the twists and the turns, and how we perceive it, and how we look at the world. I think is kind of something that you'll take a glimpse of it on music. But it's a lot of stuff. We have a lot of people tell us we recognize all this, but it's different. And you sound like you, but you sound like. And so just come and check it out. I think, there's a little something for everybody, and there's some very different stuff in there. We decided to do just an EP to start, 6 songs. They're a little bit different from each other, and some are a little starkly different. And there's going to be some even more different stuff in there now. We're in the studio now working on our first full-length release. And some of the songs on there, you get to hear some familiar stuff on there, but it's going to be really different. But it's in the alt rock, progressive kind of familiar theme. It's not really, it's not particularly heavy. It's not particularly light. It just kind of falls right in the middle and kind of flows from there.
That's awesome. We've got the Yets with us today. They join us live here on 990 WBOB out there in Rhode Island. And they are a fantastic group. So what's been the feedback that you've gotten on your music so far?
We've had great feedback. People want more, because it's just 6 songs. A lot of, fans from previous groups I've been in. Love it. They say it's just the best yet. I'm knowing pun. It's just we just had the best time doing it, and we can't wait to get the new one out. We love recording, so it's just been so much fun. Great feedback. It's just, I can't even. We've had so much, really positive press, and a great fan base that we're building.
That's awesome.
And it's been some, I'm not surprised. She's a fabulous vocalist. We were a little surprised by the response, considering that it was just an EP and there's no major label push behind it. We're an indie label. We own our own label. We own our own studio. So to get the response that we've gotten, along those lines has been very, very pleasing to us.
We have got the Yets with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. So we are going to go to a song. It is called Lesser Evil. Tell us a little bit about Lesser Evil, and then we're going to play it here in a few moments.
We're like, what song is he going to play? Lesser Evil. I don't know. Let's listen to the lyrics and tell me what you think. It's a heavier sounding song. It's menacing. It's someone enticing someone to, come with me. I'm the lesser evil of the other things that you could potentially do. So That's awesome. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to place you on a brief hold here on Skype, and when we come back, we will wrap things up here with the Yets. Right now, it is Lesser Evil, and it's here on the Jiggy Jaguar Experience each and every Sunday. Low.
Let me knock you off track for a minute or two. You know you'd rather feel me than face all your fears. But for now it's just me and you. Go ahead and give in to your wills if it's a lesser evil. Just lie here a while, I'll make you give in. Go ahead and give in to your wills if it's a lesser Take me out for a spin for an hour or two. You can never say no to some fun. When you're riding blind on the wrong side, I hope you won't think things through. Just
The Yets with us today. They join us live here on our Sunday radio broadcast. You can get a hold of us online over there at jiggyjaguar.com. We are going to go back live to the Yets. They are going to join us here on our big broadcast, and you can join us each and every day over there at 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, and 1 p.m. Mountain Standard, and, of course, 24/7 at jiggyjaguar.com, or as our imaging guy referred to me earlier as Jiggy Jagmeyer. So the Yets, how do we get your stuff? How do we find you guys online? What's next for you?
New CD coming up next, full length, online, The Yets. Facebook, The Yets, all that good stuff.
Well, theyets.com,
Yeah.
on Bandcamp, theyets1.bandcamp.com, Twitter, @theyets.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Facebook, the Yets. We're all over the place. Everywhere you would expect to find us, we're there.
That's awesome.
And
Well,
there may be some places you wouldn't expect to find us, too.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I appreciate you guys making time for us today. Thanks for being on and chatting with us. Looking forward to chatting with you more. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day, my friends.
Thank you so
do the
much.
same.
You
Look forward
too.
to seeing you soon.
Appreciate it, my friend.